Although Charlie's police work had started to suffer, the kids were doing great.
Damn! I can't figure out the atomic mass of this motherfucking Deuteron.
Shit, man, that shit's simple. Look at. Tell me this.
What?
What's the Deuteron made up of?
Duh, proton and a neutron.
Then what's this motherfucking electron doing right there?
I don't know.
But get out of there then!
Okay, so you saying I add up the atomic masses of the proton and the neutron, right?
Mm-hmm.
I sees that, but what do I do with the goddamn electron? Can I bring it over here?
Enrico Fermi'd roll over in his motherfucking grave if he heard that stupid shit. I mean, he just turn over ass up in your face. He wouldn't give a fuck.
Man, Jamal, man, just cut my man some slack, dog.
Look here, man, I'm just trying to help him save face, all right? I mean, you know, he keep asking questions like that. Motherfuckers gonna think he's stupid.
I'm stupid.
Oh, shit,
No way, Dad.
Hey, Pops, how you doing, man?
What's all the commotion down here?
Oh, you know, just school shit and shit.
How's my little guy doing?
Struggling. This quantum physics is confusing. If I don't buckle down, I'm gonna give myself another B+.
Oh, that'd be whack. He's so fucking dumb. He think calculus is a goddamn emperor.
Yeah, well, you think polypeptide's a motherfucking toothpaste.
Oh, I gotta get out of here. I don't want to have to bust a cap. Kisses?
Daddy.
See you later.
Love ya.
This is Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman, and you're listening to Three Black Geeks.
If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
Hey guys, we're back. We got some house cleaning to do. It's been a while. We haven't done any sort of house cleaning since last year. It's shocking. Guys,
it's springtime. Like it's springtime, CJ. That's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know, eventually, seeing this being the month that we have fans, basically coming in, telling us what we have to review and all this, you would think we would have already had somebody saying, hey, you guys are assholes, or hey, you guys are awesome, or the one that we always love hearing, at least me and DJ Sue, hey, CJ, is it really that long? Stuff like that. So,
on one hand, we got a new 5-star review, new listener, young Nico, and his 5-star review is basically, just started listening to the podcast, it gets me through the workday. Thanks. Glad we are of very much help during the workday for you, because trust and believe.
That sounds like a lot. That sounds like a lot of sarcasm. You said thanks, like
no. See, it sounds like it because we're talking, but my facial reaction is in very kind of like, you remember when Don Cheadle, like Rhodey in Age of Ultron, was telling his story, and he finally told it, and everybody laughed, and he had that nod of approval, like, yeah. That's basically what.
I'm sorry, black man, silent nod of approval.
Yes, it's like, yes, thank you. We get you through the workday. Yeah.
I was waiting for CJ to say, "Nice, fucking beautiful."
that sounds condescending. Like fucking beautiful. Great.
Yeah, we could get 6 stars then, nigga. Like there wasn't 6 stars to give. Nah, you could have done it. Getting mad and getting ignorant and all. I'm like, that's stupid, man. Anyway, go ahead.
Now,
next person.
We actually got an email, and this is one that actually all three of us have actually kind of talked offline about and stuff, which is actually pretty good. I don't think we're not gonna sit on this for a long time and stuff. So it's from Isaiah Evans. What's going on, Isaiah? My question to you guys is this: what is your take on blackwashing versus whitewashing, and do you think there are any negative or positive effects? I have not seen Ghost in the Shell from Paramount Pictures yet, but I did rewatch the anime movie again, which I did enjoy, in addition to the manga version. Thanks for reading my question.
When it comes to whitewash versus black, you know what? The thing is, I think let's just, because I don't want us to linger on it too long, but, it always is, it matters what you're doing, and it matters if you have respect for the property or the rest of that. Ghost in the Shell is a confusing little thing because while yes, there's a lot of Japanese people who probably say, why the fuck she's not Japanese? There's also a bunch of Japanese people that are like, ooh, Scarlett Johansson. So it's really hard to really judge judge that. Now, when it comes to like regular, everyday, like whitewashing we see in Hollywood, it's just that Hollywood is now starting to get a backlash from it. That's what
we're losing
really
money,
seeing.
guys. We got to stop this.
It's not so much losing money, but it's just like because Hollywood is so weird. They have a lot of celebrities and a lot of people that believe in like public, being really all PC about everything, and at least being right about this culture, be right. Hell, we see Marvel go do a whole lot of shit just to make sure they don't piss off black people the wrong way. We've seen a lot of that, but at the same time, that can be very condescending. You know what I mean? That can be very. Then when I okay, just make the show, just make it. No, you don't have to go into it. Imagine if Arrow took the actual time to sit down and comb over the fact that Diggle is black. It will get on your last nerve.
Diggle is black.
That's why black. Yeah, like, hey Diggle, say something black. Oh shit, Ollie, what we gonna do now, man? There's a difference between being just making sure we got the Negro there, making sure we got the girl there. Like we talked about it actually briefly with Power Rangers, like if they made Tommy a girl. Now we're not saying we're against it, but we're saying if it don't make sense in the story, nigga, then while you doing it, it's a big thing, and it's a two-sided coin. So when you really get down to it, what you're saying right now is Hollywood is, like you said, they're losing money a little bit, and also it's like, yo, we can't afford to piss off the black folk no more. Now,
and Asian folks.
It's funny.
Asian Americans. Let me rephrase that. Asian Americans.
Actually, I still don't think they got to that point with any of the Asian Americans yet. I really don't. I think white people haven't learned their lesson yet, because black people don't. Black people really are the only race that go out of our way to say, so the niggas just gonna sit there and dance, huh? We're the only race that really does that more than anybody else, and that's just because we're just done being the puppets. We're done being the background noise. We're done being fucking Jax in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. We're done with that. That's the reason why you hear from black people. And I can't speak for Asian people. I can't speak for Native Americans or anybody else. But as for black people, it's interesting seeing Hollywood go through this thing. And while me personally, and I can't speak for Eris, and I can't speak for DJs, and I can't speak for CJ, but for me, it's cool. But at the same time, it's like, just make a good story. Yeah. Because I sat down and I sit and watch Ghostbusters a billion times, and I still love Winston. Not because Winston's the only black guy. No. I got past that when I was 6. Okay, so you know why I keep watching it? Because it's entertaining. Because the movie's engaging. And at the end of the day, yeah, I want to be Winston, but real talk, Ray was the shit. So that's what I'm saying. That's for me, and I can't speak for you two on that one. But yeah,
no, I got something I can add to that. You know how everybody was all up in arms and they lost their shit, like lost their collective shit when everyone found out that the Major was going to be played by Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, of course.
Well, meanwhile, over here across the pond, Japan kind of had a little something like that going on. It was quiet, but I heard it, and it was for the live action version of Full Metal Alchemist. See,
okay, go ahead.
And for that movie, a lot of some people felt like, why did they get a Japanese? Why did they get a Japanese? Not just a Japanese person, but the guy from Heisei Jump, which is the big music group here in Japan. They got the lead singer to play Edward Elric, and I spoke to a couple of people about that and asked them how they feel about it, and quite a few of them said, I don't know how to feel about this movie. Because
I'm sorry. This is the same country we're hearing, at least over here in America, we're hearing stories of, we love Scarlett Johansson. We love Scarlett Johansson as the Major. You mean to tell me They're like, I don't know, man. Edward was white. You mean to tell me that's the issue?
Hold up, back up too though. It's ironic they say that, and me and D talked about this with Attack on Titan. Last I checked, there was like one Japanese character in Attack on Titans, and everybody else is German.
Yeah,
right.
It's technically German on that show. And so you mean to tell me they're quiet on that, but Ghost of
the line got crossed at Full Metal.
The line got crossed.
I think it's all. Well, look, the only reason why I say that is because I think it has to do with what studio is behind it. Like, is it like one of the biggest studios in Japan that's making this? And even though yes, it is, it's like the anime and the manga came from Japan. Cool. Same thing with Ghost in the Shell, but the fact that Hollywood is making it, you kind of expected it to get that that good old whitewashing scrubbing. You expected it. At least I did.
No, yeah. Look.
But in Japan, I didn't expect it. But look, in Japan, I didn't expect that same reaction. I didn't expect people it was half and half, kind of like how it happened here in the States, where you had half people that didn't care that Scarlett Johansson played the Major, and then of course you had a much bigger half of people that did care about the fact that she was playing it. And over here, it's kind of like the same thing for people. I would say for fans of the story of FMA, a lot of them don't care about the main character being Japanese instead of white. And then you got a lot of people that do care about it, and then of course you got the middle. Then of course you got people in the middle that are just going to be here to shit on the CGI.
Yeah, I mean, for me though, it's funny.
I don't know, man. I like the CGI so far, man. It looks alright.
He mentioned a thing about blackwashing. I think it's interesting with that one. It's funny, the blackwashing that has happened in Hollywood. Like Idris Elba playing Heimdall, right? What the funny thing about that is, I'm looking at folks that are really pissed off about that. I'm like, hey, got a question for you there, Hotshot. Did you really give a shit about Heimdall in the comics? I'm just putting that out there. Did you care?
You know what? And that's
inquiring minds want to know.
The only thing I don't like about that, because I agree with you on that, but the only thing I don't like about it is the rhetoric on that one, which is so it has to be because you can use that against us very easily. Like, all right, we're going to make y'all somebody. There you go. You're going to be that character. Really? We're going to be Spider-Man's friend. Really? That's all we get in this movie? See, but like, hey, he was white. Now he's black. They do the same thing. I
don't mind it if it's good.
Double-edged sword too.
If it's good, but it's like if it's good, it's good. Like I enjoyed Michael Clark Duncan's portrayal as Kingpin. Now, is it better than Vincent D'Onofrio's? Not really. It's a different.
No. It ain't not really. Hell no.
Okay, no, it's not. If anything, Michael Clark Duncan played more of a physical Kingpin.
Yeah,
and it worked. It worked for that time period. They did Daredevil, and I'll be honest with you, when I saw Daredevil, I was like, okay, he works. It's like I can't complain and stuff. Whether you got Zendaya playing, Mary Jane Watson, or if she is Mary Jane Watson, that doesn't really bother me because I'm like, well, as long as they nail who she is and stuff, that it works. I mean, it ultimately it doesn't matter. But as far as whitewashing goes, it's like, yeah, hey Hollywood, just stop, please, for the love of Christ, just fucking stop. I mean,
you know what?
Jesus, stop. You like money? It's like Hollywood. Do you like money? Do you really like money? That's all I'm saying.
You know what? That's what it is. Hollywood has this thing where they get like, okay, and also what we're also saying with it, I'm mad that we spent so much time on this, but at the same time, you got, like we said, we have Hollywood saying that, like, well, we're going to give it to you, you're going to give it to you, but at the same time, they have this look like, especially when Oscar So White happened, that whole little bit with that, they was like, but there's a black person right there, and one right there. What do you want? It's like, how much do you want? And white people are going to hate it when we look them dead in the eye and we say the world, Chico, and everything in it, and they get mad at that. And we're like, why are you getting mad at that? We sat down, it's like this, why white folk and black people will talk? We can have this comeback. We're like, why y'all get mad? You know how many movies we sat down where we were the bad guys? Where we were the fucking rapists, where we were the motherfucking background noise, or our favorite thing, we were the first ones to die. Mm-hmm. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And besides,
you're gonna You mean to tell me that you're gonna trip out because the main star has nappy hair? Are you serious? Are you even close to serious?
And something tells me that you guys were fishing for a category just so we could win it.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. They do it every year. Hey, this is going to be your one black person wins. Like, I hate to say it. Like, I think all the white people gave up this year and said, "Hey, look, Viola going to win that shit." That's what it felt like.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Denzel had the priceless face when he lost to Ryan Gosling, and he's just like, "This son of a bitch." This motherfucker.
No, that's the same, because that's what it felt like to me too. Because hold on, Viola won for supporting actress. I'm like, yo, she was the star. You know what? Whatever, cool.
It's
whatever.
politics with that one. That's a long story
that was
on that
politics. That's what I'm saying. Once again, like, white people think we forget crap like that. Like, no, we don't. We're going to remember that. We're going to remember that. Why? Because we still remember what's his name winning it for what is it? Gone with the Wind. She told all you white folks to kiss her ass. Well, y'all wouldn't even let her sit down, and then we got to hear George Clooney years later, like, yeah, there used to be a time where black people couldn't do this and black people couldn't that, and the next year, not one black person was nominated. Yo, get the F out of here. Dude. That's why black people get mad. That's why this is an issue now, and that's why it is an issue now. And it's going to be an issue until they fix it, and the only person that can fix it is not the American people by supporting it. No, Hollywood needs to make a conscious effort to do it. Yeah. And we said that how many years ago when we had our first panel? We said that like 3 years ago, and we're seeing it little by little. But at the same time, we see either people, studios, or the studios, or even writers themselves planting their feet in the ground, saying, "Look, I understand what you want, but I'm gonna write a story. We're gonna give you this story, and there ain't no black people in it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What do you want from me?" Like, and look, we can respect that, but don't hit us with like, don't hit us with the same old. Like, hey, there's a bunch of black people in this movie. You're gonna like it. It's your favorites. Denzel. Let me guess. Viola Davis. Let me guess. Octavia Spencer. Let me guess. You know, the same old you always give us. That's why it was so big.
I think all three of us.
There you go.
I think all three of us, just to end it off like this. All three of us just wants Hollywood to surprise us. You want to know how you surprise us? Maybe don't overhype the movie as being the blackest shit ever. That's all I'm saying. Just don't overhype it. That
would make a lot of sense.
Let us as black people overhype it. I don't need you in Hollywood, Joe Q dude, to sit there and tell me, "Oh man, it's 50 bajillion black." It's like, no, stop, please, for the love of Christ, stop. Don't, no. Yeah.
Because real talk, and Hollywood, I see what you're trying to do. You're doing it to Black Panther. Slow down.
Let us overhype it, all right?
Let us overhype it, because I have a feeling because when Hollywood starts to overhype it, I get nervous. You know why? Because I think to myself, they're boasting the fact there's a lot of black people in here. Mm-hmm. This story ain't shit.
We'll see. We will see on that one. I have faith.
We shall see. All
right. So,
but thank you for that question. I forgot who but thank you for that question, though.
Do we have any other questions?
No, we don't. Moving on though. We got a couple of things here. So I'm guessing this, since it's going to come out the week that we're doing it. So April 22nd, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. we got a live show at Listen Vision Station. And this is kind of a big deal. Listen Vision Station, it is in DC. It's directly across from Howard University. And they gave us opportunity to go there, and it's an actual radio station. You can go to listenvision.com and check them out and stuff. We're going to be on from 4 to 6. You can basically listen on there. I think they're KRS-One. I think that's the name of the studio or whatever. But yeah, we're going to be on there.
No. Yeah, it's WLR something. I forgot.
WLVS.
I forgot.
WLVS radio. That's what
LVS. I fucked up because I'm thinking the other one, because if anybody lives in DC, you know the one that's right there on Howard, WHUR. That hopped out my mouth when I was trying to say what it was.
You gonna tell them we're on WHUR? No.
Man, they on WHUR? Man, look, somebody, you know, of course, right here in DC, somebody gonna say this. So is it true they ain't gonna play Malcolm Basin no more around here?
Hey, dog, I got nothing for you, man.
Yeah. I think he back on ahead.
But yeah, we're gonna be on from 4 to 6 p.m. We'll probably have a link, you know, to hit up for everybody so you can listen in and stuff. Listen in and actually watch. See B&D on there, and Sue will be Skyping in and such. You can hear his soothing voice from Japan and such.
I'm mad you said soothing voice.
I'm mad he said that too.
Hey, I'm just saying, you know, you gotta set the tone. You know,
DJ. You know. No, we always say that we like to pimp each other out on this show, and we do, and that was just proof. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 2. We got a panel that is happening at BlurCon.
Yes, it is.
BlurCon.
And I'm so mad that I won't be able to go to that.
Yes.
But it's
it is a new convention. It's actually at the old spot that MagFest used to be, which is at the Hyatt Crystal City. And it's going to be from June 30th to July 2nd. The date and time in which our panel is going to happen, they haven't hit us with the details yet, but our panel is approved. And it's basically a funny one. Harada hates Tekken. We're going to be talking about, hopefully we can get Sue on, depending on what time it is and stuff. Skype him in and get him up there, you know, everybody can hear him and stuff. We're going to talk about 2 Tekken movies that came out the same year, the live action Tekken movie and also Tekken Blood Vengeance. Yeah, those 2 movies.
You know what? And that's the one that we've been trying to do for a while. We wanted to do Tekken Blood Vengeance for some time now, and we just never did it.
So technically, that's a live episode / panel, so to speak. So
yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, that works out. So yeah, June 30th through July 2nd, 2017. BlurCon, Harada hates Tekken. That is our panel. That's what's going to go down. We're going to be there. Lastly, we are part of Universal Comic-Con, Universal Fan Con, Universal Fan Con. I'm
about to say, why hasn't there been a Universal Comic-Con?
I know, right?
I'm pretty sure there's a Universal. Look, dude, you know there's one. It's some dude in Portland, Maine, right now, sitting down. This is the Universal. This is going to be the biggest one. Hey, dude, just give it up, man. Nobody's going to come up here. Nobody's going to come up here. All right, dude. Just go to PAX like everybody else.
Go to PAX like everybody else.
Go to PAX like everybody else does in New England, dog, because nobody's coming here.
It's like, who's going to come to Maine for Universal Comic-Con? Who's coming? That dude from that alien from Babylon 5. That's our guest.
Alien.
I guarantee you, and not toot the horn of the DMV, but if the DMV was to set it up right there in National Harbor or the DC Convention Center and call that shit Universal Comic-Con, you think that New York and San Diego might have something to look out for?
Nah, because actually, that being said, not to bump out our bigger news for Universal. See, I'm saying Universal Comic-Con now. Jesus, not to bump out the news at all. To bump the side news at Universal Con. What we're gonna do? But we also got one in DC, we said, Awesome Con. Now, Awesome Con. No, we ain't gonna have a panel, but don't tell nobody. We're gonna do a secret podcast, me and CJ, and y'all can listen to that shit. And we might do that shit live. Don't tell nobody, because wherever we do that shit is at, we can't tell nobody, because seriously, we don't know if we're gonna get kicked out of a room or nothing.
Yeah, we gotta do it at a super duper secret location that nobody will ever find us at.
All right, so Universal Fan Con is going to be at the old Otakon Stomping Grounds, Baltimore Convention Center, April 27th through the 29th, 2018. You can find more information at universalfancon.com. But I have to put this out there. There are some legit guests coming in there. One being Orlando Jones of Mad TV fame. Our boy Phil Lamar, who makes the rounds at damn near every freaking convention under the sun.
You know what? I would have been mad if because this is made by black people, but it's for everybody. It's one of those things where we're kind of proud. Like, yeah, it's Black Rand. Come on, bring the white folk. Come on, let's go.
Oh, no. It's more than Black Rand. We got a little Jesse Jackson. We got a little Jesse Jackson Rainbow Coalition going on.
Yeah, we do actually. And let me get that. And I got that wrong because you and I was talking about it amongst ourselves, and I did get that wrong. We do got a little bit of a, like you said, Rainbow Coalition. It's quite beautiful.
It is. It's very. We're all setting this all up and stuff. Like I said, we got Orlando Jones is coming. Terry Dottie, who you might have, she's a voice actress in anime like Parasite, Fairy Tail. I think she does One Piece and Black Butler, which is actually pretty dope. Also have was it Sumali Montano, which you've probably heard her voice plenty of times. Another, I think was it what was that fucking show? Saints Row 4. I forgot which character she was. She's in Saints Row 4, and she was also doing voiceovers in Star Wars Old Republic, because I actually, played that game and stuff. And she was Katana in Beware the Batman. So
now I remember her voice.
She does. She's done a lot of voiceover. So there's more guests that are being announced, but these are kind of like the guests that we got that the convention so far. But yeah, you can definitely check out universalfancon.com. You can register, and all that stuff, and I guess register to get info on the convention as it's going along and stuff. But yeah, this is definitely happening. It's awesome to see another convention actually take the spot of Otakon at the Baltimore Convention Center, at least, because I know Baltimore was starting to get worried a bit since Otakon left.
Yep.
So yeah, that is it. Did we miss anything?
While we're at it, you like UFC staff. I know some of you listen to us. Can we? This is just my personal request. Can we please get John Semper Jr. there?
Yeah, that would happen. I need to bring that up. That needs to happen.
Look, I can get on Facebook. I can talk to him. I can convince him. Maybe. I just need to get the approval from y'all first.
Actually, I need to get in contact with him anyway, because I've been reading his Cyborg run, and I kind of want to hit him up to kind of do a follow-up on that, because the book's actually decent read and stuff like that. I'm kind of curious to see where it's going and stuff, especially with the way Rebirth has been going on right now. So definitely follow up with them on that.
And someone else that I want to get, CJ's boy. We met him at the Hilton after party at San Diego Comic-Con.
David Walker.
Yeah, David Walker.
I'm pretty sure he'll probably pop up. That would not shock me whatsoever. That dude makes the rounds everywhere and such. Yeah, so that's it. Let's march on to what we're talking about today, which is me, myself, and Irene.
Stop talking to yourself. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Are you guys fans of the Farrelly brothers' works overall?
You know what? Outside of because I didn't like Shallow Hal. Shallow
Hal on repeat viewings, I am just meh about it.
Nah, I don't like it because I get what the movie's trying to do, but it doesn't. But put it this way, Jack Black is such an unlikable dickhead in that movie. I can't give it no credit.
And he's a likable person outside of it, so it's like, damn, this is weird. Jesus,
it's amazing. They're trying to make him he's a jerk, yeah. So whatever. But I always said, I remember asking you guys that telling you guys not too long ago. Is it me or did only white people like something about Mary?
Something about Mary was weird to me. Is just because I was more so a fan of the beginning when he got his zipper stuck on his balls, and it was the funniest shit ever. And it's only because of Keith David asking, "How'd you get the beans on top of the Franks? This doesn't work."
I really think of that scene. Like Keith David was he was legit perplexed.
Yo, but.
Like, no,
sorry, that was a good line.
And they showed up, and what made the scene even more funny, but also just kind of like this is some white people humor shit, is they showed they actually showed it, and I was like, that is physically impossible to do. How?
You know what? It's funny
because I would have liked to hear Keith David run that, like just have him run that question again, either as the voice of Spawn or him doing the Navy commercials. His Navy commercial.
On top of the pranks. Navy.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. It's funny. If you go down their list, like I love Dumb and Dumber. That movie will always be forever fun to me.
Yeah.
Kingpin, I love just because of Bill Murray. He is fucking hilarious. Woody Harrelson is funny too. Don't get me wrong.
I don't remember much about Kingpin to really judge on it. I can't.
There's something about Mary. Like I said, for me, it was just the beginning. We'll get into me, myself, and Irene, so I'll leave it at that. I actually did like Osmosis Jones.
I knew a lot of people that didn't like it. That was weird to me. I felt like I was like the only
I like the
kid
TV
that liked
show.
that
I
movie.
like the TV show a little bit more just because it worked for
I didn't
that
like
structure.
I didn't like the TV show at all, man, because I have never been a fan of Phil Lamar doing Chris Rock. I have never been a fan of that.
It was basically Phil Lamar from Mad TV doing Chris Rock.
Yeah, because when you can hear Phil Lamar do Chris Rock, I don't care what you say, it just sounds like Phil Lamar if he was just crazy. So
versus Jay Farrow, who does a perfect Chris Rock.
Jay Farrow does a good Chris Rock. He does a really good Chris Rock. Yeah.
We already talked about Shallow Hal. Stuck on You was weird to me.
Stuck on You can go burn in a ditch. I said it. That movie is not even funny. I'm thinking to myself, who was that trying to go to? Who was that for?
I don't know.
Who was that?
I don't know. I didn't see Fever Pitch. I heard mixed reviews on that. That was the one with Jimmy Fallon and what's her face? Chick from E.T. God damn it.
Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore. Yeah. I'm mad at that's the first movie I go to is E.T. Not Charlie's Angels. Not just E.T.
Not Charlie's Angels. Just E.T.
Yeah, that's weird.
Go to a movie that she was a kid in. Yeah, that'll help.
Yeah.
But it did. It worked.
The Ringer, which I was, you know what, and that was during the era that I was watching Jackass and Johnny Knoxville Could Do No Wrong, and that movie, for all intents and purposes, actually was pretty funny because it wasn't making fun of disabled people.
Yeah, it was basically what they were trying to do with Shallow Hal correctly, because Shallow Hal was making fun of fat people, but at the end of the day, it was just fat shaming, and somehow. And it was so funny. It was fat shaming, but the star of the movie was fat, and his best friend, who was a real jerk, Jason Alexander. Last I checked, Jason Alexander is a perfect circle. So how can you see what I'm saying here, right? Like, look, I get the Ringer, but I get the Ringer. I get what he was trying to do. It wasn't funny.
Ringer was funny, but it was like you said, it was perfect and like, hey, it wasn't making fun of disabled people. Like they had actual
because all the disabled kids, grown men, to be honest with you, were actually funny. They were actually almost three-dimensional characters. Note I said almost because there was nothing three-dimensional in that movie. But but still.
You got the Heartbreak Kid, which I was just very iffy on, which, funny enough, I laugh at that MTV sketch with Robert Downey and Jack Black and and fucking Ben Stiller, and they're talking about their worst movies, and Ben Stiller brought up Robert Downey sleeping in other people's beds, and then Ben Stiller's like, I got two words for you, Heartbreak and Kid.
I never heard of that movie. I mean, I said it.
Oh, it's a remake of a movie that's better than this, but it's like,
you know, it's kind of, it's funny you mentioned Ben Stiller because I always took Ben Stiller as Adam Sandler if he learned a lesson.
Because you know what, he ain't lying because Ben Stiller has more hits than misses. He has more hits than misses.
Like, I am not a fan of Ben Stiller, but I can say for a fact he tries to act. He tries to go out of his comfort zone. He tries to actually have heartfelt movies every now and then. Yeah, if he's going to make you know, come on, let's be real, you know, real talk. If he's going to do dodgeball, he's going to do dodgeball. And he's going to try your best to make you try his best to make you laugh. So I can say that, but Adam Sandler goes from dooba 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 doo, dooba dooby dooby doo, racist joke, white people humor. Then all of a sudden, hey guys, I'm trying to act in this one. Shut up.
Yo, real talk. Sandler had three movies that he was he was very good in that were very serious. It was it Rain on Me, which is actually really good. He was actually pretty good in that. Funny People, which he wasn't being a whole, as D was saying, he was just playing it very straightforward.
That being said, white people, I'm sick of that movie. I'm sick of the movie. My best friend has cancer. So we're going to do our best to shut up. Shut up, white people. Shut up, white people.
Hey,
I'm
look,
tired of
it only works with Adam Sandler and what's his face?
What Joseph Gordon-Levitt? I didn't like that movie, but hey, whatever. Look, I'll give him Funny People.
Oh, yeah, Funny People, and the other one, Spanglish.
Spanglish. Now, I know people that really, really enjoy that movie. I don't, because I got to be honest with you. As much as I make fun of the doobie-doobie-doobie-doo, I'm like, be the water boy.
Because, he was playing the most straightforward, honest dad in that movie. I was like, wow, Sandler's actually acting like a normal dad. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So
I hope he doesn't use movies now to at least like, you know, I hope Adam doesn't, you know, make a lot of money and think to himself, hey, how can I go on vacation while filming a movie? I hope he doesn't.
Hey, Netflix, give me money, and they gave him money.
Oh my gosh, man! Now I heard the last one he made with David Spade is actually kind of funny. That's on Netflix.
Shockingly enough, it is. Put it this way.
So I might check it out.
Off tangent, real quick. That one he did with David Spade is actually decently funny. The one with Kevin, God, what the hell is that dude's name? King's of Queen dude.
Kevin James. He got like 5 of them. He did with Kevin James.
The one on Netflix that he did where he plays a book writer that gets mistaken by the CIA as an actual like mercenary. That's actually pretty funny. It's
I heard that was funny.
It's basically up Kevin James's alley. It's like, oh, it's Paul Blart without the stupidity. It's like, all right, cool. But anyways, onwards with the Farrelly brothers. Onwards with the last one. Hall Pass, which actually was pretty funny.
Hall Pass was okay.
I thought Hall Pass was funny.
Three Stooges, which I'm not gonna lie, that movie was actually good, and I think a lot of folks wrote it off. But when you watch it, it's like they actually nailed everything about the Three Stooges. Can you really be mad at this movie?
And that's about without going into any of the really, really dark moments of the Three Stooges history.
You know, it's one of those things where it was like, now I only seen parts of that, and it didn't make me laugh, but it did make me ask that question. Hey, D, was the Three Stooges any better?
The actual
How dare you say that? No, D.
I was gonna say the actual Three Stooges. Are you kidding me?
Slapstick funny.
Here's me. How dare you? But did they do anything different than they did? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and I think that's
let's just be really honest with you. Let's just be really honest with that. Three Stooges came out in the 30s. What do you want from them?
and I think that's what made it work in the 2012 version. I was like, they just basically transplanted all their 30s stuff into real world. And hey, who doesn't like seeing Snooki get popped in the face by the Three Stooges? It's like, come on. And then lastly, Dumb and Dumber 2, which I literally would put on par as sequels that I did not ask for.
Oh God!
And that's a small list. That's a small list.
No. I'm actually more shocked that you put over Three Stooges, and then you was like, "Nah, f that movie." That's actually
it's not so much f Dumb and Dumber 2 so much as that again, it's coming out during a time where we got a list of movies that came out like 20 years, 10 years after it initially came out and stuff, like Independence Day Resurgence, which I'm like, man, you're about a good 20 years too late, dog. What's up?
Something like that.
Man. And that's what Dumb and Dumber 2 was. It's like, look, was Jim Carrey funny in this movie? Yeah, he was. Same with Jeff Daniels, but the story itself was just like, we've seen this before. We've seen this before.
And you see, that's the problem when they make those. But anyway.
So
but it was kind of funny when you talk about the Farrelly brothers. The thing that got them the most, praise or what was their shtick was the fact that they made these movies that were not so much gross out movies, but gross out movies. You know what I mean? They did humor that was still kind of like, apropos at the time. Mm-hmm. Like, oh my God, you just, is that jizz on that guy's ear? How dare you? Something like that. They did that. And for some reason, that was too much for people.
Yeah, but me, myself, and Irene is a movie that, rewatching it again, it's actually funny, still holds up. It has some things that I will question whether it be, everyone's favorite go-to Tony Cox, who's basically playing the same Tony Cox we see in every movie that he's in, where he just plays a wise-ass, short black dude. Because
with that being said, let's just go ahead and go into it. The movie basically starts off where you see the star of the movie, which is Jim Carrey, and his name is Charlie. He's a young man that works for the Rhode Island State Troopers, which... All right, let me just put it out there. The guy that's doing the narration, yes, that's the same guy that does the Motel 6 commercials. Okay? So...
Hey, I wish it was Sam Elliott, honestly, because both of them got damn near the same voice.
Same voice. Now, actually, now, with that will be... But the one thing he says is, like, he puts over the Rhode Island State Troopers like, yeah, they're the best in the world. Here's me. When? Anyway.
He really does. It's like, you're really overselling the Rhode Island State Police Department, dog. Like, come on.
Like, there's nobody better than the Rhode Island State Police. Like, here's me. Well okay.
It's like, okay, I guess.
Take your word for it, sir. This is your story, not mine. But it's so... It starts off perfect. They're both... Him and his wife, they're happy. And then they get married and all that. Now... This is where it all starts to go downhill for Charlie. As soon as he gets out of the limo with his wife, he said, yeah, do you people take checks? And then Tony Cox became Tony Cox. Just, you people? Are you talking about me? Whoa, oh. And one of the best lines come up. He's like, Charlie, what do you say to him? This motherfucker said a nigga can't do. He's like, you said what? I never said the N-word.
Yo, and his wife is just like, Charlie, don't ever say the N-word. And he's like, what are you talking about? I didn't say it.
Like, I didn't say it. And come to find out that Tony Cox was actually the limo driver is actually a very intelligent man. He actually works. He's a Mensa. He's in Mensa. And his wife, it just so happened, Charlie's wife, is like a president for Mensa or something like that.
The Rhode Island chapter of Mensa.
Chapter Mensa. And it's like, oh, really? So, months later, they have Charlie and his wife has babies. Triplets. And they're all black.
Now, here's the thing that had me rolling, right?
This is where it begins.
The scene that had me rolling, right? And I'm pretty sure you guys are laughing, right? You have to cook out 3 of his black kids in the pool, right? And his friend comes in there like, seems like the kid got a year-round tan. Yeah, I think it's from my great-great-grandmother's side.
He's like, yeah, my grandma, she was half Italian. Half Italian. And this is the line that, for some reason, hurt my feelings. He said, so that's why their hair beads up in the water. I'm like, oh!
Yo, that hurt my soul, but I laughed. I was like,
I laughed, but that hurt a little bit.
You want to talk about savagery?
I mean, look, it ain't on the level of Black Dynamite with the moon cricket line, but god damn it, man, it's like, it's like, whoa, beady hair, whoa.
Wow. I mean, wow. I would no. You just brought up moon cricket again. And
I think I know I said this back on the podcast, but God, anytime you hear that. I really think that is the most racist thing that you could say to black people.
I mean, is it as racist as Charlie's cop friend saying, "Jesus Christ, Charlie, their dick's bigger than these damn links."
Here's me. Well, thank you.
Yes.
Look, I was just look.
I would just say no. See me, I would have been like, "Well, thank you." But no, when I hear moon cricket, that is like rusty knife cutting through the vein racist.
It is.
Also, to that right there, for white guys that like to make the argument about us having big dicks and how we accept that racial slur, and you say, wait a minute, you can't because blah, blah, shut up. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm just laughing, though, is how Charlie hears that, and then the police chief cuts it out because again, the police chief is played by our boy from Jackie Brown. Fucking what's his face? Robert Forrester, and he's Robert Forster. His like I said, he kind of plays like a dad to Charlie and stuff. And he's telling the dude, hey, it's your turn. It's your turn on Horseshoe. And all of a sudden, you see Charlie cutting up the links. I was like, come on, Charlie, really? Like, that's really going to change up what he just said. Come on, dog. You know it's true.
Then his wife then his wife leaves Charlie, and that's like, let me just be really honest. Let me be very honest. Number one, that showed how ain't shit his wife was, number one. Because not only did she leave him, she left him with 3 of the kids. With 3 of those children. With all of the kids, man.
Jamal.
And just rolled out.
Lee Harvey
Jamal,
and Shantae Jr.
Shantae Jr., which is the name of the limo driver, Shantae. And I had to go through the second time watching this movie. I was like, oh, yeah, that was his name. I was wondering why they called him Junior like that. Like, what? and you're probably asking yourself, wait a minute, so Charlie, what's he doing? He's not doing nothing. He's keeping all the anger in. So much so when he goes to confessional, he's confessing that he has an anger building up. He says, I feel like the whole town is laughing at me. And the priest go, Charlie, is that you?
I'm like, how Charlie pulls the fucking roll cancel and just dives out the fucking confessional.
Dives out the joke, man. And you're probably saying, like, why wouldn't he leave? Well, nope, he just kept it all bought up inside.
And I mean,
so one day, I mean,
and the thing of it is, let's be real about this. I'm pretty sure there are people in real life that do that shit, easily.
Yeah, we call those serial killers.
Nah, serial killers are guys that get pizza boxes and bags and hold it straight up because those are the serial killers. Right?
Those guys are serial killers, man. Those guys are serial killers.
I see that, and I'm on the metro. I'm moving away from you. All right.
Yo, man, that person doesn't like his life, and he doesn't like nobody else's life. That's what you can know about that. Only serial killers do that. That is a red flag.
Cheap shot as this sounds, that's a Redskin fan. All right, stay away. Stay away.
I was in a Redskin fan. I need the correlation for that. How did you get a Redskin fan? No, I know what that is. I know what it is. I know why you say that. Because Redskins fans don't like nice things to be in order. There you go. Okay, now I got you. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. Now look, meanwhile, you and I laughing, we were looking back at all the Redskins fans. What? Do y'all have a better record than our team? No. Shut up. Anyway. But yeah, but she leaves him with him, so Charlie's left with the 3 boys, and they're watching like some white people crap. And
yeah, can we watch Richard Pryor?
Like, all right, we can watch Richard Pryor, and he turned over there. And one of my favorite jokes, where he was talking about looking at when he went to Africa and he saw the lions. He's like, yeah, I saw lions and all that shit. And I was thinking, and that like this ain't like in New York where you in the zoo like, hey nigga, I'm a lion. What's up? That's one of my favorite jokes.
Now we also find out that
kids start.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I mean, all the kids start laughing, right? And Charlie's about to change the channel, but he's like, you know what? My boys like it, so I'm gonna keep it there. And that was their bonding until they got older, and all three of the triplets, for some reason, aren't triplets. Actually, they're just 3 kids that came out at one time.
Anthony Anderson. Now, before we get to when they're adults, they also take Shantae's genius because Charlie is rolling out for work and he's asking what they're doing. Oh, we're building an airplane, and Charlie's like, oh yeah, you kids and your airplanes, whatever. Gets back home, they built a full-fledged like mini airplane.
A functioning airplane. Hey, get back down here! Come to find out, they all take from their mom and their dad, which is two people in Mensa, which is kind of funny. 2 people in Mensa left their children with let's just be honest, compared to them, a retard. That's amazing.
He's not a retard. Charlie is just an average.
No. I said compared to a Mensa person, a retard.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
Because you want to know, you probably say, D, come on, he's not retarded, really? Drop calculus in front of Charlie and drop it in front of Tony Cox, see who gets it done quicker.
Yeah,
to reach
I mean,
home.
it is a difference between a C and an A student, so yeah, that's probably what it is.
There's a difference with it, exactly. But,
So they grow up and they're played by
Chris Rock. They're watching Chris Rock,
and they're played by Anthony Anderson, Jared Mixon, and Mongo Brownlee. Anthony Anderson, me and D we talked about this on the show too when we did was it Cradle to the Grave, and also that fucking Steven Seagal movie. God damn it.
Exit Wounds.
Exit Wounds and stuff. You know, Anthony Anderson's comedy has evolved over the years, and I would say this Anthony Anderson is like, and this is before Romeo Must Die. This is like early, not cooning it up, and I hate using coon, I really do. But like funny Anthony Anderson that's just hilarious. Like
but you're right. This is pre quote unquote cooning it up Anthony Anderson. So this is what actually started it, to be honest with you.
But he was funny in this, you know.
Because in this one, what makes him so funny is that is Anthony Anderson being loud like usual, but the fact that he says to Jim Carrey with actual love in his eyes and his heart, I love you, Daddy. That is hilarious.
And just him talking about like calculus and stuff, like, you know, and
that
protons and neutrons.
And to be honest, we only get this Anthony Anderson 3 times in the early 2000s. This movie, 2 Can Play That Game, and Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. Yes, it was a cameo appearance, but this was the same. It was the same comedy from Anthony Anderson.
Yeah. Pretty much the same delivery, the same drive. You know what I mean? And yeah, true. Anthony Anderson isn't what you call a comedy actor. He's just a straight up actor, to be honest with you. If you give him comedy, he can roll with it. That's the one thing I give Anthony Anderson. I'm not, but the thing when it really comes down to Anthony Anderson with me, I hate how much he overacts when he got to do drama, because I see people sit and make fun of Oprah Winfrey and how she acts like, you told Harpo to beat me, but I see y'all praise circles around Anthony Anderson on Blackish. So what do you mean I'm a black man? It's the same tone. It's the same exact tone. Y'all will look. I seen people have these long lists of why they hate Oprah Winfrey and Color Purple, but y'all will give me the same list in praise for Anthony Anderson for doing almost the same doggone role. Just a different man, just a different time setting. It's still, I'm oppressed. If you can't understand that, like, all right, Anthony, I get it, nigga. I don't know, whatever. But whatever.
But here's the thing. So as he pointed out, Charlie's holding it in, and it took a buildup of a couple of things. One, he goes into the barbershop, and he's telling the dude, hey, your car's been parked there for about a week now. And the guy throws him the keys, and Charlie's like, okay. 2, to go to Charlie's point about the town laughing at him and stuff, he tries to tell this girl to get out the street with jumping rope, and the girl was like telling him to fuck off, and my daddy says nobody respects you, which, wow, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I know, right?
3.
How do you answer back to that?
3, I mean, granted, I would have busted that chick upside her head, but hey, Charlie does something better later on. So he gets to the grocery store. One chick was like, hey, can I get in front of you, Charlie? I'm just, just getting something small. And, Charlie's like, oh, yeah, sure, fine, no problem and stuff. And she does the most fucked up thing and has her kids, come on, kids, and has 2 baskets full of stuff.
Not just 2 baskets, 2 carts.
Yeah.
I mean,
filled to the brim.
Now, that being said, I've seen somebody do that in a grocery store, and I am proud to say, Forestville, Maryland, you did not disappoint me. The second that heifer did that, a fight broke out.
As it should.
It's glorious. Somebody, put it this way, guys, all I can tell you is that, and if you've been inside that Shoppers Food Warehouse in Forestville, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I have.
This chick got spine busted into the milk and eggs. It was awesome. Here's the bad part.
Wait, D, hold on. No, wait, D. Was there an actual set of milk and eggs sitting side by side?
All right. No, you know, like, all right. You know where the aisles are at, right? For some reason, for some reason, they knew well enough. People always forget eggs and milk before they rolled out. So they put something right in the front that is like a cooler, and it has milk and eggs inside of it. Okay, just right there. So you can't. So if you got to run, you ain't gonna have to run deep into the grocery store. Fine. So it's so like I said, it's right there. So they fighting. I'm like, oh god, because I knew the second she did it, the chick was gonna hit her. Because when she did it, she was like, bitch. She's like, what? You did not just do that trifling shit. She's like, I don't know, but you told me I could. I told you I had these 2 bags, and they just started wrecking, hair pulling. The chick, this one makes it better. The chick that got picked up was a big girl, and the big girl got picked up by a girl not smaller than her, but smaller than her, and she got thrown into the milk.
So,
man.
So what you're telling me is that right there in Forestville Mall, we had not necessarily an accurate, but what we got was a nice throwback to the Stone Cold and Booker T fight in the grocery store.
Mm-hmm. Man, the only way that would have been like that, and I would have actually approved of that, is she then got some. While she was like drenched in milk, because they broke it up at that point, right? While she was drenched in milk, the skinny girl like, hey bitch, you need some eggs? Open the eggs, just starts tossing them at her. Hey, what about some cereal? Yeah. That would have been hilarious.
Or the smaller girl actually came from behind the cooler side. Like she opens it up from the inside. It's like, hey, bitch, got milk, and throw it.
Hey, bar none, that is still a classic fight ever. Period. That is bar none the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
That will forever go down in history. And ironically, both that fight, it actually goes with this movie. Both things happen in the year 2000.
When the moon is a pie, like a big piece of pie, I want to bam. I'm sorry, Stone Cold singing that had me in tears, man.
I'm done. But no, and you know what's so great about this? Now, what made this so great, though, was the second she pulled up with all that carts, right? The movie almost perfectly plays the best song to illustrate somebody going nuts. Because you just hear the drums start just tapping, and Jim Carrey overacting like he usually does, like he's about to transform.
No, D. It's not Jim Carrey overacting. It's Jim Carrey carrying the scene.
It's Jim Carrey for the mask without the green mask.
I mean, he does all that and just goes into what we know as Hank mode. And he says, and I'll probably use it as a clip for this episode, he goes, "That's clean. What's wrong, lady? A little bit too much cheese on the taco?
Yo, the fact that she just had that low key. Excuse me.
I'm sorry. You're like, does it have a price tag? Let me check.
No. He said, "There's no tag on this. Price check on VegClean L5. I repeat, price check on VegClean L5."
Like, VegClean.
She's baking a loaf of bread, and I think it's sourdough. Dog, I think when I saw this with my folks.
But the best part of that, he did the best part of all that. He does. You better put a rush on that.
Yo, the Hank persona is every shitbag douchey person that you can ever think of. Any worst thing that you've heard a person say, that's what Hank does. Because he goes out, as soon as he steps out foot out the door, one of the guys is like, "Hey, Charlie, I just want to tell you my son is in a play." I guess he loves the clock after all. I was like, dog, who says that? And the dude,
a lot of people, some people do, but
dude, the fact the dude looks stunned that one, Charlie said that, and two, like, is he right?
Did Charlie
waterboards the shit out of this chick.
Waterboard.
Oh yeah, when he waterboarded the kid, I thought that was hilarious.
Look, he fixed her head out the water. He's like, so what you gonna say? I'm gonna tell my daddy. Right answer, dick bag.
the one that had me.
He told no.
Oh, go ahead.
He's like, I'm gonna tell my daddy on you, Charlie. It's Hank Fuckface.
Oh yeah, Hank fuckface. I'm sorry. Yeah.
The shit that had me in tears. He sits there and sucks on the mom's boob, and here's the thing, folks. It's not the act of it that had me dying. It's the scene after it with the milk mustache that had me on the ground dying.
It was the milk mustache. No, for me, really, actually, what did it for me, it wasn't the sucking. It was the eye contact that did it for me.
Just staring right at her.
The eye contact. You know what? When I saw that scene, I said, you know what? Why do I got a feeling had they let that joke keep going, this is what we would have got in Liar Liar with that elevator scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was going to happen. The milk mustache. Now, here's my question. Did he literally grab her breasts and make a milk mustache?
I don't know, man. All I know is I didn't question how the milk mustache happened. All I will say is that shit had me dying. I was like, dog, that is... Wow.
And then my man pulls a fucking Gregory House and drives the car right into the doggone barber shop.
And puts a ticket on homeboy's car like, you got a broken tail light.
Oh yeah, by the way, you gotta get your headlights fixed. Click.
Oh, now the last scene where he goes to the neighbor's house. Now it was something that happened earlier in the movie where his neighbors were constantly stealing his newspaper. And
and the dog was sitting on his lawn.
So he was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go in there, go inside, take the paper from his lady who's probably in the bathroom because she did that scream that looked like she was in the bathroom or something, and take a drop of deuce on his lawn. Now, I like the transition scene from this because it was one part hilarious and one part, okay, that's gross that you showed this, and it's like, oh, it's soft serve ice cream.
Now, for a lot of for some people, if you haven't noticed this, that right there, that little joke right there, that's pure Farrelly brothers. That is pure them. They love doing crap like that.
It's like, here, guys, poop. Oh, we psyched you.
Like it's a gross out joke. No, it's not. It's the candy bar in the water thing. You know what I mean? It's the Snickers bar in the water type of thing. You know what I mean? Everybody like that's the type of joke in there. It's gross out.
Snickers bar or poop?
Yeah.
Oh man.
or me and DJ Sue's favorite joke, one of our favorite jokes from Family Guy. What is this? A poopy or a Toblerone?
I love the fact that it was blurred out too.
Here's me. I don't want to know. You know what? If that is a poopy, number one, how is it that hard?
How is it that solid? I'm sorry. That was one of my favorite jokes from Family Guy.
This is poopy or Toblerone.
Now, basically, you know, Charles Forster's character is telling them, hey, because also too, Hank's character is kind of like, basically, you might as well say Jim Carrey is playing Clint Eastwood impression, basically.
He's basically doing, like you say, he's douchey Clint Eastwood, probably.
That's implying that Clint Eastwood was never douchey, dog. Come on now.
Oh my God. You know what? Yes. Clint Eastwood is a douche.
Look, I saw Gran Torino, and I was like, Gran Torino is basically Clint Eastwood in real life.
You know what? No, yeah. You know what? I have to say that. I have to agree with that because there are some. Because I was looking at, I forgot what old movie I was watching. It was some old Western he was in, and I was saying to myself, no, it was actually a show. I think it was like Wagon Trail or something like that. I forgot what show he was in, but I was looking at it, and I was like, this nigga's a douche, man. And my wife was like, why? Like, number one, I'm just gonna be real. Clint Eastwood was a sexy bastard back then. And number two, why are you squinting? Why are you 24 years old in this?
He squints now, and it's like, well, because he's old.
It's like, but now, yeah, he's old, but he's always done that. In fact, the critic used to make a joke out of that because every time they showed him, his eyes were always closed. Like, you don't talk to me like that.
I'm sorry. You know what, man? I swear. It's amazing that it took years for people to really appreciate the critic, and God bless that, because that show is fucking hilarious to this day.
That is my like me and DJ Sue, we've been trying to really put it out on trying to do a BAM episode, and we will one day of this. Basically our two favorite shows in the 90s. His was Duckman, mine was A Critic. Now that being said, we both love each other's shows though. So
Yep.
we're going to do that one day. We'll talk basically about our two favorite shows in the 90s. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. Just want to throw that out there for one of the future things we ever fucking if we ever get to it.
So,
dude, y'all do not understand the laundry list we have of BAM. And if I can get my life straight, and if DJ Sue can actually wake up on time, no, I'm not even going to blame him. If I can get my life straight.
So, you know what? Let's move past that because it's really nobody's fault for that.
I'm sorry, y'all. Let's get back to the movie. Clint Eastwood personalities.
Yeah, but you find out that Charlie has, light schizophrenia, meaning he has a split personality. Hank is basically the bad side that has been boiling up for years and years of, just letting people quite literally and figuratively shit on Charlie all those years. It is basically manifesting to what you see as Hank. So he has to take pills for that mess, and that's about it.
Yeah, you know what's funny? You say that.
And it was a scene, and it's funny. Like we were just about to say, I think the Farrelly brothers do one thing really well. They bring in drama, and they keep the comedy in there some type of way. And basically, the Colonel was asking him, like Charlie, why you never took a break after you divorced your wife? And he was like, because everybody was important. He just breaks down because it was true. He never took a break. She broke his heart.
He just went back to work.
And he just started crying, right? And he's like, you got pills for it, right? And he just grabs the pills and shake them. I'm like, that's how you do it. It's a dramatic scene and it's heavy, but you want to keep the comedy in there some type of way. That's how you do it. I love that, man.
The kicker about it is they make a good point about him taking vacation because, hey, maybe he does need a vacation. Maybe that will cool everything out. So,
and you got to realize this is before the late 2000s where Americans finally realized, holy crap, we need to take vacations.
Yeah.
We're killing ourselves. We can't do this.
Yeah, so basically, he is getting tasked for actually escorting Irene from Rhode Island to New York because she she did a hit and run in Rhode Island.
Apparently they hit and run, and she was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. But they was like, well, you need to be in New York City, and basically almost on the borderline of New York and Canada. Mm-hmm. So he has to go all the way up there, and he has to take her all the way up there, so she can be, Rain and all that mess. Come to find out, there's a subplot with that. Irene, the people that got her, how she got in trouble is like basically her boss or her ex-boy and her ex. It was
her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, her ex-boyfriend. I'm sorry, not boss. She got her in trouble.
Her ex-boyfriend and Crooked Cops.
Because obviously, well, you forgot too. Her ex-boyfriend was mob. So if you have anybody from the mob, odds are there's going to be some crooked cops involved. Because why not?
I mean, not too far either, man. Not too far from it, man. You're going to have somebody that's going to grease whatever wheel, man. So
listen to our Copland episode.
Gosh, it's like somebody said, I'll listen to your Copland episode, and now I got a mustache like Stallone. Speaking of which, there's a funny sight gag in this movie with the cops. When they show the cops go through the years, all the cops have the same haircut, the same mustache, the same look. So, like when you first see them, everybody has a mustache. The second time you see them, everybody has like a little beard thing going on. And the third time you see them, everybody's like completely bald, the little the same haircut, all that, man. It's like it's little itty bitty thing they kind of put in the movie, just to show how corny everything is in Rhode Island, I guess.
Probably had the fucking damn porn stash. That was weird.
Yeah, I know. So they go. So basically, he had to take her all the way up there, like I said, And they asked me, and he said, "You sure you got your own medicine?" Yeah, I got my medicine. All I gotta do is take that. I'll be fine. So you get this little thing where Renee Zellweger, who we didn't mention her. Let's just throw it out there. When she was hot, guys, I'm not saying hot as an actress. When she was hot, were you like me? She's not that good, white people.
I was one of those people where it's like I was like Dave Chappelle in Chappelle Show, like Renee Zellweger.
Who in the hell is Renee Zellweger?
I mean, and like I said, I know she's a good actress and stuff. I'm just kind of like
No. You said it the first time. Who in the hell is Renee Zellweger? Jeez,
I'm just one of those
man.
people where I just don't get it. I don't get the whole hype with her, but I mean, especially with the Bridget Jones stuff, and I'm like, well, clearly that's not my wheelhouse, so it's like, whatever.
Yeah, clearly, I don't know nothing about Bridget Jones or, why she got a diary and why she mad at everything.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I thought she was fine in Jerry Maguire. I mean,
and that's where it all started.
Started for me. Like, white people, I understand. Jerry Maguire, somehow, that's your life somehow, but
I mean,
jeez, man.
That was a movie that, what's funny? She was in she was in that fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre that had Matthew McConaughey in it.
Oh, I never seen that one.
I didn't see that.
That was a weird. That was a weird movie.
I need to see that.
I mean,
I knew that. I know that exists. I just never seen it.
But wait, it's one of those movies that exist, and I'm pretty sure Matthew McConaughey, if you ever mention to him, he's just gonna give you that crazy look like he gave what's his face in Wolf of Wall Street.
See, the only thing I know, those are rookie numbers. Those are rookie numbers.
You gotta bump those numbers
up.
God, Coke eyes.
Coke eyes, Matthew
You're gonna get Coke eyes McConaughey whenever you mention Texas Chainsaw, The Next Generation.
I'm sorry, that's still Coke eyes McConaughey.
Gotta be honest with you, man. That's what's missing in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We need Coke eyes McConaughey.
Coke eyes McConaughey.
What's Matthew McConaughey going to be? I don't know. See, Matthew McConaughey missed out on his blessing, trying to be all big and shit. He would have been the perfect purple man. He done messed that up.
Nah, see, me, if I was casting it, and Marvel gets Fantastic Four, we get a coked out Mr. Fantastic McConaughey.
Yes!
Come on, we got to get into space. I don't know what your guys' problem is.
Like, you know something, CJ? You would get that, and throughout the entire movie, everybody would try to pinpoint what part was improvised. Like, what scene did he just totally improvise it?
Like, look, and the only reason why I'm saying that is because I saw Interstellar, and I'm like, yo, Matthew McConaughey's character, like, if he was doing coke, that movie would have been, like, on the moon of ridiculous.
No, and I love that movie. I love Interstellar. My favorite part. One of my favorite parts. Me and my boy, we go back and forth on this scene. It's the scene when he's inside the black hole and he sees himself from the past. And he's telling his daughter. Yes. He's telling his daughter. He's like, make him stay, Merv, make him stay.
Great. I like how we talk.
I know this is supposed to be a heartfelt moment, but damn it, I cannot help but laugh at that scene.
I just laugh at the fact that we're supposed to be talking about Renee. I'm about to say it wrong again. Renee Zellweger, and we over here talking about those are rookie numbers, guy. You over here. You're over here talking about a dramatic moment, sir, where you're supposed to be crying. You're not supposed to be laughing at him, sir.
But if we're getting back to the movie though, hey guys, you want to see Charlie freaking choke out a freaking damn a cow?
Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. The cow was dying, I guess, and so he just kept pumping.
Yo, he shot 2 bullets into the head, and the cow was still alive.
That was funny. That was funny, and this is how I learned that my dad had a past. This is how I learned that my dad. Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on, D. If the cow could talk, you would have looked at Jim like, "I'm still standing, huh?"
It's like the black dude in Jason X is going to take more than that knife in my stomach to put me down.
Man, yo, I had
you would have given to Tony Montana. I'm still standing.
Yo, this is when I learned that my dad had a past with like cattle and like horses and shit. Because when he put 2 bullets into it, my dad was like, I don't think you done.
Because the cow kept saying moo, and I'm like, oh Jesus.
That the one part that I give the movie this, the way they ended it, they literally had some guy gurgle into a microphone to make it sound like he choked out the cow. All you heard was this movie's hilarious.
Now they're road tripping on the bike. A couple of things. Charlie's getting pelted in the face by bugs and stuff, which is hilarious.
He's like, it's great. Oh, he's like, if you don't mind the bugs.
2, Charlie also gets cottonmouth when they meet up with the freaking FBI agents.
Oh my gosh, man! And that's when Irene finds out that, holy crap, I didn't do none of this. And the guys from the FBI are like, yeah, we thought so. Don't worry, don't worry, we're going to talk to you more about the situation. Come to find out, one of the cops already, of course, her boyfriend's cop connection already finds out where she is, and basically has her, basically is looking at, trying to find her, stalk her, and all that mess, right? So, and that's when you see, they hear all this like hacking and all that, right? And they look to the side and they see Charlie with. I ain't never seen nobody illustrate Cottonmouth the way they did in this movie.
That was like over the top Cottonmouth, but it's like fine.
He was like, and he's like drunk half the doggone all. He went to a water cooler and drunk half the water. Came back. So I just need you to sign this, and I can be on my way.
So they turn her over to the EPA agents, and
your EPA, it's something to do with the Environmental Protection Service, and they kind of know what's up because it's like fraud or something like that. I don't know. They kind of don't explain that really, really well. They actually really don't explain it well, because that's where the narrator comes in. Apparently, Irene didn't know that none of this was going down. They had to tell her the whole story. It's like this. Here's me. Tell us the story.
Now, they have her. They have her at the hotel, and she's in the bathroom. And the pizza guy comes in there, and the dude opens the door. There's a masked dude that comes in there. Gunbutts homeboy.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Yeah, gunbutts one dude, and then ends up shooting the cop. He goes into the bathroom and sees the window open, and assumes that Irene dipped out of there. Turns out Irene basically hid underneath the sink the whole time.
Which I thought to myself, gee, I hope they don't do that more than once in this movie. They did. But anyway.
So she leaves, and she goes to the hotel, and she comes on the scene of Charlie with lotion, tissues, and a mug shot of her in the bed.
He's like, what? Well, yeah, just went through your file and stuff. And he just grabs the lotion. Hey, did your lips get chapped on the way over here?
Good job, Charlie.
Here's me. I got to be honest with you. So, was it her face or what? I mean, she wasn't like even sexy in that picture.
I know, right? It's like, so that's what gets you off. All right, I guess. I mean, I need more.
Bro,
than
you
that.
know what, man? Hey, man, you like it, I love it, bro. I'm just asking. I want to know. I'm asking for a friend.
So they dip from the hotel, and the camera pans to the pills still sitting on the counter.
Oh yeah, he left his pills. Great, super.
Now,
so, shenanigans don't break out.
Now, here's the thing. During the whole course of this road trip, there are times where Hank's personality does help, i.e. the next scene where they come upon the hitman at the junkyard, and Hank's personality comes out and actually helps him because he pulls the fucking Dale Gribble pocket sand technique, which doesn't work so much as...
Doesn't work at all, actually.
Doesn't work.
Pocket sand.
No, because he rolls on the ground but you can't hit a moving target, psych. And he's like pocket sands him, right? Homeboy steps to the side as Irene gets a face full of sand.
And then he gets bitch slapped by him and stuff, enough for Irene to knock him upside the head. I'm like, well, that wasn't uneventful.
I know, right? And that's when you see Hank in full force, which is basically, I just want to bone Irene mode. That's really all it is, really.
Woo, woo, woo.
Let me tell you something, cheese tits. He says a line. What was the line? He said, he's like, look. He said, look, I'm not here to twist your niblets. I'm like, twist your niblets. Good God.
Here's a line that had me rolling. Listen, Pocahontas, unless you put your ear to the ground, you'll never hear the buffalo coming.
Now, DJ Sue. You already know about this. Mm-hmm. My best friend used to say that all the time, didn't he?
Yeah.
Thomas used to say that.
He said that all the time.
Hey, you gonna hear the buffalo coming if you don't have your ear to the ground? What I'm trying to say is, if you don't have a plan, how you gonna do it? I'm like, yo, what the hell? The whole voice is nothing more than Jim Carrey. Just over. I don't even know where he gets the voice from.
Oh my God, man! It's just all the stuff that Hank says. It's like, yo, this shit is like fucking lit. Oh man! Now, when they're making their road trip back and stuff, because they're going back to Rhode Island and stuff. Now, during this whole thing, we cut back to his sons, and they somehow hacked the Rhode Island State Department. And
somehow,
I'm not gonna say somehow. They're geniuses. Managed to hack themselves into the police department because at this point, Charlie has gotten framed as killing one of the EPA agents, which is weird to me because why? Whatever. I'm not even gonna question how they even assume that.
Well, he's a rise because she was last seen with him, and they didn't kill that cop. They just knocked him out. So, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And I like the fact that when Charlie came back, and so and that's the best way to describe it. He comes back when everything is over with. He basically says like, "So wait a minute, you trust Hank?" I think I do. Like, but we got supplies, and we okay. And come to find out, the supplies was a dildo. Was a dildo and liquor. That's all it really was. Oh, and I'm thinking to myself, at least he had a plan.
Hey, you know what scene also had me dying was when he was trying to fight the baseball team and stuff, and they do the slow motion where he's like bobbing and weaving and stuff like that, trying to fight, and then he just gets tased.
Yo, he got tased quick as hell too. I was like, yo, it was like F your life.
It's like Charlie's special. He's all good. It's like, no, he's just gonna get his ass whipped on the ground. Just chill. Stay there on the ground. Twitching.
I'm like, on him.
Oh man. Well, I mean, rolling
some crack on him.
Well, he ain't black dog, so that don't work.
No, but still just do it for the sake of it.
Crap myself.
Just sprinkle some crack on him.
Just crack on him. He'd be alright.
Now, D was pointing out something here. Now, the sons are smart enough to figure out that the hitman that quote-unquote calls himself a cop, because he's one of those... Actually, he is a crooked cop. They figure out off the break, like, yeah, this guy's crooked, but we're not going to, blow your spot up right here. So we're going to go on ahead and, look for our dad without you guys' help.
It was so funny because they're trying to do everything. Now, actually, they helped them out to try to look for his dad at one point. It's like, well, my dad's not going to go there. Why? Because X, Y. I forgot what it was the reason why. It's like, well, because my dad doesn't eat. Our dad doesn't eat fast food, so he's not going to be there. He's going to go to like some little shop. They even directed him in the right direction, and they were like, well, sorry, boys, we don't need your help no more. And it was like, why you don't need our help with this, that, all that? I was going to say, because you're black. And all of you are smart. And one of you, I think it was and one of you, and I think that was what was the one with the long name? The tall bald one. He says one of the best lines of the movie. He's like, "Hey man, is your old lady satisfied? Like, is your old lady satisfied?" You like, "My old lady? What do you mean by that? Because if your investigation is anything like your fucking, you could have hit the G spot on the 12-pound pussy." I'm like, wow. I'm using that, and I have used that ever since then. I compare anybody like, man, if that is like your fucking XYZ.
Lee Harvey.
Lee Harvey. Lee Harvey.
Yo, the shit that had me rolling is he was like, when they were hacking earlier, I forgot this is the one. He was like, that motherfucker Vince Foster was murdered. I told you that shit. He's like, look, man, you quit hacking into them goddamn Pentagon files, man.
That made me laugh so hard. I'm like, this nigga actually sat down.
Trying to find if Vince Foster is still alive. And he's like, I told you he was murdered. I told you.
Told you that motherfucker was murdered. Like, man, when you get off the internet, like, when you get off there before them CIA motherfuckers come up here to kill us, try to hack it in the government system, man, you already know the government corrupt. Why you even try to look for it?
Dog, his sons was smart and woke as hell.
Yep.
I know, right?
Oh.
And it makes me think to myself, that's all black children. Anyway.
Now, what had me rolling, now, what was also interesting, too, about them making that road trip back was that, you know, Irene is kind of having conversations with Charlie and Hank and both of them and stuff, and trying to figure, and they're kind of building up a rapport with one another and stuff. They're getting a little bit close and stuff, which I thought was actually pretty interesting, too, because along the way, amidst all this and stuff, you know, the Hank personality is getting Charlie fucked up for free every time. And stuff, because at one point they're walking and dude already has a neck brace, and I'm like, oh, well, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, because he got punched in the mouth. Yeah, he got punched in the face. And no, he had Irene. No, they was at a amusement park. And he said, hey, Irene, like I got to we got to this. All right, let's take it back. Basically, they got to dump the car. They got to dump the car because Charlie said, hey, that's going to be the first thing to look for. I got to be honest with you. He makes a good point. Yes, that will be the first thing to look for. So they dumped the car, and they dumped the car into the river, and come to find out, and there's something kind of funny with that because he's like, all right, on the count of 9, we're doing it in the river. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's going to the river. And they finally like, wait a minute, you didn't get my wallet on the dashboard. She's like, are you serious? So they're walking, they're walking. They actually make it to an amusement park, and Hank had the smart idea of saying, "Hey, this is a good idea. Punch me in the nose. I'm gonna take a tumble. We get a couple $100, $100. Say, hey, this was unsafe. Then we did this, yada yada yada." And she's like, "I'm not gonna punch you, God. Come on, and don't give me one of those little girly hits. Like, I don't want to break a nail. I don't want to." And she punches him, and he flies over this fence, and Jim Carrey's down a hill.
Thank you, D. I was just about to say that.
Because Jim Carrey rolling, but he's rolling and he's jumping in the air on purpose to look like he's getting tossed around like crazy. And finally, he comes. And finally, you hear them walking down the highway. Is her and Charlie now. He's like, Charlie, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do it. And all you hear is this whistling because she broke his nose. And all through the movie, you hear. Well, not all through the movie, but most of the movie, you just all that crap, right? So, and again, it goes to another good part of the movie where they're sitting in the diner. Like I said, they weren't going to go to no fast food place. It was at a health diner or some ish like that, and they're ordered food. Right, Irene leaves, and there's some kid staring at Charlie. With a milkshake, just all this noise,
loud as hell.
And what did he say? What are you looking at?
Looked at him. Yeah, he was like, "What are you?" He was like, he looked at him and says, "What are you looking at, Four Eyes?"
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
And the kid shits himself and drops his milkshake.
Kid shits himself, and I love the part where the dad comes in. Hey, what are you doing? Whoa! It's not between you and me. My beef is with the child.
He's like, this is between me and the kid. Stay out of it.
I like the fact that I heard a grown man say, "This is between me and the child."
I got no beef with you.
I got no beef with you. I would love to hear a person say that to me, trying to threaten my son. Like, really, dude?
Oh, I found the line. What are you staring at? You want to start me up? Just open the choke and pull the cord, pal. I'm due for a seismic event, and you're dancing on the fault line.
I need to know, did Jim Carrey know somebody like that, or did the Farrelly brothers just write a really good character that it's guaranteed for us. None of us will like it.
Not to make it a racist thing, but that's something white people will say.
What? There's on the fault line, buddy.
Yeah,
that crap.
Yeah, that is.
Hold on. You mean going out of their way for a metaphor?
Basically.
Yes, going out of their way for a metaphor.
Dude, that is the equivalent of "come at me, bro."
This was "come at me, bro" before "come at me, bro." It took about a good 5 or 6 years until they finally broke it down in the simplest terms.
Wow.
Oh man, shout out to Crank Lucas, man. Come at me, bro. Y'all niggas wanna feel us? Come at me, bro.
No, wait, I'm sorry, that's DMX.
No, the fact that he was like, man, this is racist as hell, but this thing jams, man.
No, the
appropriation, man. It's crazy.
No, we're just saying that a lot. The appropriation.
But this beat goes hard.
But that being said, yeah, that is a pure white person move. White person work the move, man. To go out of their way to make a reference like that's white people, man. Y'all gonna have to. That's something y'all have to do, man.
Speaking of white people, hey, they meet this guy named Whitey.
Yeah, Whitey.
You think we're making it up, folks? No, we're not. Because here's the thing about Whitey. He's a very pale guy. He wears
pretty much albino.
Albino. He wears glasses that has like a big like binoculars on them, to where at one point Irene is like looking out at the car and is looking in the glasses up in the air, and she literally sees a flight up in the air with the glasses on.
Yo, the thing that made me laugh though was there's one part where he's like, when he first shows up, he's like, whoa. And he was like, she was like, do you realize what you said to him? Like, what do you mean what I said to him? You heard this? Like, do you hurt his feelings? Did you see the look on his face? He turns around, looks back, just look a little pale to me. And then he was like, I'm sorry. He was like, I'm sorry. I truly am sorry. And he rolls out, and it kind of hits, I guess, Hank, that he's been beat down so long that he's like, he never got a chance to be out and talk and all that. And he's letting his feelings out, and he's telling it to Irene. And finally, and because like I said it earlier, they kind of do a good job with doing comedy. When we're doing the dramatic part with comedy, because the second Hank starts crying, all you hear is hear his nose again. I'm like, yo, like that's how you do it, though, man.
I can't imagine being on set and doing that and having to do that scene with Jim Carrey with a straight face.
I mean, really, man. He's the last person I want to do anything with, man. Because Jim Carrey will look at you dead and him and Will Ferrell are the same way, man. To me, those are two guys you cannot be serious with, because they're going to be doing their shtick, and all you're going to be doing is laughing. You know what I mean?
You don't believe that, folks, with Will Ferrell? Just look at the Eastbound and Down thing where he plays his character.
Oh, that yeah.
That's Lashley or whatever his name is and stuff. That whole scene with him talking about I can feel it in my bowels and all that stuff like that. The outtakes for that is fucking hilarious. I don't know if you see it or not.
Like I know that part you're talking about. I actually gotta watch that movie again, but yeah.
Oh yeah,
but he's definitely. But I was just gonna go back to what I was saying. Jim Carrey. I would say Jim Carrey, Will Ferrell, and to some extent, just because I like the guy, Dane Cook. Those are like three people that I can't take seriously, because if I just look at them, I'm gonna laugh.
You want to get the fuck out of here? I want to get the fuck out of here.
Not even his stand-up routine. I'm gonna throw a scene out for you guys. His very first appearance on Saturday Night Live, when he was rocking that Christmas sweater in 65-degree weather in December.
Time out. He was on Saturday Night Live?
Yes, he was.
Wow, did not know that.
This was like at the height of his popularity. He was on Saturday Night Live, and when he was on it, he did a skit where he was wearing this super thick for no damn reason Christmas sweater, and I remember one of the main staff was like, he's like, it actually looked kind of expensive, and he's like, yeah, $800 worth every penny. This sucker breathes. Are you all right in that? Because that looks really uncomfortable. And I remember the line that made me flip my shit was when he said, "God, it's like a boa constrictor. I feel like I'm being choked by death." Right there, we would have had to cut because I'd have been on the floor crying because the look on his face is just priceless. Again. Him along with Jim Carrey and Will Ferrell, 3 people I could never take seriously in a scene.
Oh my god.
And that being said, now if you said now if I hear anybody say, "Oh man, I couldn't work with Jimmy Fallon," here's me, Jimmy Fallon, the one who laughs before the joke is even out. That dude, Jimmy Fallon gives away a joke before all the time, man, with his breaking of scene. Now every now and then, yeah, if you ever see him laugh, now there's been like 1 or 2 times I've seen him laugh where it was straight up genuine because of who we just mentioned, Will Ferrell being a freaking idiot, where he's cracking up and Will Ferrell's like, "What?" You know what I mean? So whatever.
Now, here's the thing. There's a little bit of a montage after Dee was mentioning about, Irene and Hank having their little heart-to-heart, where Hank is walking out of a convenience store and he sees a dude pull up into a handicap spot, and he proceeds to fuck up the dude's car and ends it with pissing in the gas tank. And it turns out it's an actual legit handicap person. Guy has one of those little neck halos, and the first thing is, "Get your cock out of my car!" Yeah.
There are a couple of lines that I don't forget, and that's one of them. "Get your cock out of my car." The reason why is because it's so ridiculous.
Just peeing in the gas tank. He is just unloading. I'm like, wow. I mean, man. So, Irene and Charlie end up, after they have their little moment in the hotel and stuff, they end up, making out and, having sex. And when she wakes up...
Oh, and that was kind of funny because with that, it was more so Charlie was sleeping with Whitey because that's his real name, Whitey. He's like, "What's your real name?" "Your name is Casper." And, yeah, Whitey. But it was so bad where he was what he said for he was like sitting there. He's like, "Yeah, I killed him." Like what happened to your family? "They're dead." I think the thing I liked about it most is the way I killed him. It's like, wait a minute, what? And he just starts confessing this murder, and Hank was like, Charlie was like, "So you know what? I'm going to see if I can make out with get it on with Irene." He's like, "Oh sure, go ahead, take a shot, bro." I loved it. Like, "Oh yeah, go ahead, man."
I'm just laughing. I'm just laughing at how cavalier Whitey just admitted to what he did, and it's like, huh. So we're just gonna.
He's like, "Go ahead." Yeah, we're just gonna ignore that. All right, cool. But he's like, "Go ahead." So he goes over there, and before he gets to Irene's room, he finds out that he sees somebody. He tried to go to the Coke machine and get some Cokes, right?
Oh, I love this scene.
He tried to get in there. Some dude is sitting there laughing. Some guy's sitting there laughing at him because he can't get the Cokes in there. He's just laughing. And finally, he shows up at Irene's room like, "Yeah, you know what? I didn't do nothing." Some guy used to give me a tough time. I was like, "Hey, I'm having a tough night. Hey, I don't need that right now. I'm okay." And "Hey, you got sodas?" "Yeah, I know. Just took a couple of taps." I'm getting it. And they mixed their drinks which was Coke and looked like wine. Whatever gets you there. I don't care. Whatever gets you there. Anyway, and that's what they have, and that's how they have sex. And you know what? All right, why not? Not bad. Until Charlie realizes, like, wait a minute, we had sex last night? Like, oh yeah, we did. We know all that, right? And No, actually, the way you find out that he had sex last night, Charlie gets up from the bed, walks to the bathroom, and again, this is Farrelly Brothers humor. This is humor that a lot of people aren't used to. Now, anybody that's a grown adult that has sex, especially men, if you pee after having sex, that shit's gonna go everywhere.
Yeah, it does. These are facts.
And he goes into the bathroom.
Dead ass B.
He goes in the bathroom, and all you see is piss going everywhere. He's like, Irene! She's like, yeah? Why am I peeing? Why am I pissing like I stayed up all night having sex? And they were like, oh, snap, we banged, right? So...
Yo, you're missing out on the great part is that he uses a mirror to ricochet the piss into the toilet.
Son, I was just about to say that. You know what? I've seen a lot of that's awesome, man. My man ricocheted the pee. You know it's bad when you have to ricochet the pee.
And then wraps the shower curtain around him and continues to pee.
Talk about multitasking.
Hey,
I mean,
at least he knew what he was trying to do.
Now, here's the thing: the police get to the hotel. Now, at that point, I'm thinking, oh, they must have got to the hotel that Irene and Hank are in. Irene and Charlie are in. Turns out it's not the hotel that they were in. It was actually a different hotel.
Yeah, there was they was right in front of the same hotel they were at. What happened was that Charlie's sons did the whole fooling everybody thing. But I love it because before that scene happened, to get confirmation that they were in there, you had to get it from this couple. It was a decently young woman and an old guy with this decently, hot-looking young woman. And she says, yes, me and my boyfriend Scooter saw the whole thing when he walked in there with the woman he was talking about. He's like, well, okay. Scooter just sits there. I'm like, Scooter. I saw that. I'm like, yo, Scooter banged the mess out of her last night. Yeah, go ahead, Scooter. But anyway,
it's just so cavalier. It's like, yeah, he did it. That happened.
I like how he looked at her like, yeah. He's like, yeah. So last night, bro. That's what he looked like. Anyway, but yeah, but at that same scene, they was trying to figure out who was where they at, are they over there and all that mess, right? And they get a report that now they told Charlie's sons earlier that y'all going home, we don't need your help no more. Cuss word, Anthony Anderson being loud as hell. Finally, they get to where they need to go to, and they they was like, hey, I got a question, man. Like, hey, you guys, like the cop was telling them to shut up, just get in the car and do what we say, right? And he's like, I got a question, man. What's the diameter of a chicken egg? And he's like, what the fuck you mean by that, man? I bet I can stick a chicken egg up his ass without breaking it. I bet.
Yo, I like how they get back and the guy was like, somebody get this chicken out of my ass.
Hey, you know what I said when I saw that? Black Lives Matter. That's the first thing that hopped out.
Yeah, you know what had me rolling though is the fact that when that cop said that about their dad, that one dude was like, "Now why you gotta say that, man?
Why you gotta go ahead and say something stupid like that? See, you was free.
You were good.
We was just gonna handcuff your ass and roll out, man. That was our plan.
No.
Now we got to do something stupid.
You know, rewatching this, what had me dying is how they both dabbed each other up to sit on that bet, though.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
No, I like the whole idea of them trying to fly in this helicopter. He's like, does anybody know how to fly this damn thing? Motherfucker, it can't be that hard. It's just lift versus drag in rotation.
Let's do that. We'll take yeah, I know that shit. And he's like, but it's all in German. He said, but the instruction manual is all in German. Nigga, don't you speak German? Like, yeah, I speak it. Fucker.
I said, I didn't read that shit and all that good. And I just love the subtitles where they're just saying.
He's like that's what they like. He's like, all right, I did that. Then go, motherfucker. I'm like,
so you secure the aft doors and adjust the road plates. Now disengage the inverter switch. Now get this motherfucker off the ground.
Let's go. You take it all day, bro.
Because again, it just makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense that the three black kids are smart as hell.
Now, we cut to Whitey going into a gun shop, and he wants to get a gun. And clearly he can't because, permits, you got to wait. How many, 72 hours or whatever in order to get approved? And so he ends up getting a pamphlet and then dipping. Oh, what'd you say?
He ended up getting the map. Yeah. Getting the map, trying to figure out where they're going to go next or whatever, like have you like that. Because at this point, the chase is on. And the cops are right behind them. And we get this whole scene where they get on the train. Where they get on the train. Where they get on the train, and again, Hank and this time Charlie, with his own wits, actually scores with Irene. And it's all right. It's all pretty all right. Except this time, the boyfriend finally showed up. You're probably saying to yourself, how did the boyfriend get on the train? And shut up. Anyway.
Like, don't bother asking.
Don't. Not now, sweetie. We almost done with the movie. Don't.
Now, the thing of it is, as they're getting to the train station on the train, corrupt cop gets Irene, and Hank and Charlie are basically kind of wrestling with one another. And the funny thing is that had me dying was just how Jim Carrey played up Hank and Charlie fighting for control.
And he tripped himself going out of the train. He flips himself over. He grabs himself by the ear and kind of drags himself over to a bunch of old women. He's like, "Hello, ladies. My name is Charlie Bailey Gates, and this is my little weasel." Oh. And the best part about it was, here comes Charlie. Stop! It's not that serious. This is not me doing it. Stop it, Hank. No, Charlie, I'm in control. They're literally fighting over control, man. It is hilarious, man.
But you know what? Jim Carrey, to me, is like the only actor that can make that work.
Yeah, he's one of the few ones that can really make that ish work. Where I'm going to fight myself, and it's going to be entertaining. You're going to like it. And he spears himself right through a freaking window, a plate glass window. And I said to myself, hey, D, is that possible? No, it's not. But at the same time, I think you can do that. And at the same time, I think Jim Carrey really did do that.
We said plate glass window. Didn't we see The Rock spear Vin through a fucking glass window?
Hey, why are we still bringing that up? And we're not bringing up the fact that Lance Gross did the same thing to that Kirby, the fifth Ninja Turtle looking ass nigga.
Sir, he didn't spear him. He did the M. Bison fucking Psycho Crusher. Okay,
kind of like how Stone Cold did it to did it to what's his name, Sylvester Stallone in the first Expendables.
That was a weird one.
Because he leaped into the air and did it.
Yeah. Hey, but did you love the hit? Hey, I got a question though. Did you love the Hitman's mullet of justice?
Yes. That mullet of justice. But I like how they did all they did all that fighting, and there was one and they put they ran over the Hitman. They ran over Hitman, and here's the funny thing about it: you probably thinking to yourself like, so did anything happen after that? Actually, no. He's done for the movie after he gets hit by the car.
Oh, we could also forget that Charlie somehow uses his thumb to cover up the gun, and he gets his thumb blown off.
You know what?
That was a weird scene.
I hate to say it, guys, but I think this movie is weird.
Well, just as weird as Whitey hitting the dude with the freaking dart.
Oh yeah, that was weird. Now the best part about that whole scene though is when they hop into the car. They hop into the Hitman's car, like you say, run over the Hitman, right? And at this point, it's just Charlie. Thinking is this Charlie and Hank fighting each other, and finally Hank's like, all right, time to get rid of you, Charlie. No, Hank, no! And he throws himself out of a moving car and then runs back to the car. Like, I don't get what was the point of that. He threw himself out the car, then runs back into it like, I got away from it. He looks at the mirror, he's like, oh, here he is. Like, yeah, I haven't gone nowhere, Hank. I'm like, really? Really? What was the point of him throwing himself out of a car? And I thought to myself, hey, ain't you a part of that body too? That was stupid.
Let's get back hard. Oh.
And the part that really but it killed me, like, it was that part, and they finally and then they finally get to the God, what part we at? What part we? Yeah, the boyfriend pretty much takes Irene away from the train tracks, and basically they're trying to find her. They're trying to find her. They found, and they're like, they found her out in the woods, and that's what you said. Like you said, Casper throws a lawn dart in this dude's back. He falls. I'm like, yo, the accuracy, though.
Dude, and it wasn't even like he had a gun. He literally threw it like you're playing a game of darts.
Yeah, he threw it. He actually threw it in his back. He falls through, and it was said early in the movie that Charlie was afraid of water, or despite his house being by the sea, he didn't like water. He wasn't much of a swimmer, and he's like, remember, and basically it comes up again where Charlie's about to like, oh, we got to save Irene. She's in the water, and Hank's like, ooh, nah, we good.
And Charlie ends up
like,
overcoming
water.
He ends up overcoming that whole thing and ends up diving into the water.
Yeah. He ends up overcoming. See, and basically, what happens, what you find out is that, yeah, sure, I need you, Hank, but one of us needs to be in control, and it ain't you, because obviously you don't love Irene enough. I do, and I'm going to go after her. And he did. And it's like, oh, that's kind of cute. And he saves her life and all that mess. And finally, out of nowhere, the boys show up, and I was like, well, all right then. And of course, the whole cops show up and everybody else, and everything worked out the way it needed to be worked out. She didn't get charged for nothing. They found out that it was all the boyfriend, everything, and all the rest of that. Even the dead bodies, everything went back to them. So, of course, Irene's leaving. It's like, and the whole movie, of course, you get that one scene where Hank is like, well, not Hank, where Charlie's like, I like you. So he clearly is in love with her, and she goes off, and it's a little bit corny. But as she's leaving the state, she gets stopped by a whole bunch of cops, and the way Irene was like, "You guys, for real, you're gonna put me through all this and this, that, all the other?" And I'm thinking to myself, well, this is before the internet and before stuff like this became a big thing where all you had to do was type it up, or before those K Jewelers commercials came out and just had a bunch of rich white boys make us all feel like crap. Like, yeah, you see what I did for my girlfriend to give her a ring? You can't do it. Yeah, it was before all that. So they all stop her, and like, it's so obvious that Charlie's going to show up, and he did show up. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I kind of let this slip. Charlie had a Band-Aid on the bottom of his chin, and it came off finally at the end, and he had. Speaking of M. Bison, he has a straight up M. Bison chin.
Dude,
and
he
the
has
line,
the freaking Dudley Do-Right chin.
He's like, Dad, you got a butthole on your chin. You're like, man, your pops, you can wipe your ass and blow your nose at the same time. And what makes it great, and the reason why I love Charlie and his sons, is because he jokes with them back, and not in like even a mean way. Like, they just MF for everything. With him, it's just more of, all right, guys, come on, get it out. I know you're going to joke on me. Get it out. Yeah, we are, Daddy. Look how stupid you is. And shit like that. That's kind of funny. So, at the end. But anyway, at the end. Oh, yeah. Also, Casper. Remember how we said that he's like, wow, sorry he had to kill somebody again, Whitey. I never killed nobody before. But what about your parents? I said they left. I didn't say I killed them. Gosh, I was in bed with a schizo. I didn't know what to do, so I just started lying. It sounded like a good thing to do. I was like, "You got a point." He has an incredible point.
Now, right there, cue Bernie Mac. Ooh, you was good. You was thinking on your feet.
Exactly. And I like the part where he says, "I'm like, my parents aren't dead. They're just gone. They moved to Phoenix, the bastards. Look at me. I wouldn't last 1 minute out there."
Oh my god, man!
And I like how it was so funny at the end. Irene is sitting there at the state line. She's like, "Oh, are you going to arrest me?" And there's a sweet line that comes out, and I forgot the exact line, But he basically said that was the whole plan all along. He basically asked her to marry her in the best way possible. He has his sons flying a plane with a message that says, "Marry me, bitch." Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. You know.
Keep it classy.
Keep it classy. And of course she said yes. And that's the movie. Me, myself, and Irene.
You know, it's amazing.
That movie was funny.
Yeah, I mean, this movie did do pretty good. I mean, it was kind of one of their huge box office stuff. And like I said, granted, this came out in 2000. I mean, Jim Carrey was still putting out some pretty good comedies because this is like before Bruce Almighty, right?
Yeah.
I think this was right before or right after Bruce Almighty. Was it? I'm not really sure.
I think it was. It had to have been before.
I think it was before. I think it was. Yeah.
This came out in June
2000.
like June of 2000, and Bruce Almighty came out like a couple of months later.
Maybe 2002. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. But yeah,
2003. So yeah. So
Okay.
Because he did. He did Grinch later in 2000, which I'd be honest with you, that's actually a low key funny movie.
I think the Grinch of all the Dr. Seuss things they have done so far, the Grinch and to an extent Horton Hears a Who is pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good. They're both pretty good. I think the Grinch movie just tried too much ambitious stuff and it turned off a lot of people. But it sounds kind of funny. I think it's rightfully so a Christmas classic at this point. So, good for that movie. It kind of survived.
Still waiting for that Dr. Seuss live action Go Dog Go. That's all I'm saying.
For real. All it is going to be, you know what it's going to be? You know what? You probably, if you wanted that, man, you might as well look at the Dr. Seuss show they have already. Yes, it's on PBS. Yes, it's not that bad. Martin Short's in it. Check it out. It ain't that bad.
Martin Short's is still a thing?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's not that bad. Check it out. I really do mean that. That's not even a joke, man. I'm not even trying to sit there like, oh man,
if I may, like CJ, since you mentioned the other Dr. Seuss stories turned into movies, while we're at it, go ahead and give us Green Eggs and Ham, Hop on Pop, and The Foot.
Man, you don't look, man. Hop on Pop. I don't think we're ready for that, man.
We're not.
That's gonna be a dark tale, man. That's gonna be a super dark tale, man. I don't think none of us is ready. We all say, it's Dr. Seuss. Okay, we say that.
Hey, we say that until we actually get it.
No, I'm like Homer. It's sad how they hopped on Pop.
Hey, I'll say this. Would you ever believe that Jim Carrey beat Mel Gibson at the box office?
Yeah, actually, I would. Yeah. Because this was during the time where Jim Carrey, believe it or not, Jim Carrey was, well, not believe it or not, believe this, because Jim Carrey pisses off a lot of people, but he demanded a lot of money at the time. He really did. And it was like you're going to do a Jim Carrey movie, yeah, you're going to make bank. You're going to get bank out of it. You know what I mean?
He beat out that CG movie, which actually was pretty good too, Chicken Run. That was a Mel Gibson. He voiced a character, actually lead character in that
Mel
movie.
Gibson?
Yeah.
Oh, Chicken Run. I don't know why I was on Chicken Little.
Yeah.
Chicken Little. Which, okay.
I forgot DreamWorks was pretty good about adapting the freaking Englishman things like Wallace and Gromit and stuff. And I'm I forgot those movies do gangbusters.
That's their shtick.
Yeah, that whole claymation house, man. They brought out nothing but hits, and I gotta be honest, Chicken Run. While I understand why some people don't kind of like it, I thought it was funny.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was actually funny. I got a couple of good laughs out of it. Now I do think the ending was dumb. I'm like, so where are they gonna go? They just chickens. They're gonna eventually fall. I know that plane they're in is eventually gonna crash land. It's like, I don't know, somewhere in Brixton where there's nothing but a bunch of Jamaicans, and they're like, and they all dead. So what they gonna do?
And it all gets dark from here.
Look, this is the same problem.
Like you sit there. Like, yeah, we gotta wait for the evil farmer. Yeah, but you dropped in the middle of of a black neighborhood in England where there's nothing but a bunch of Jamaicans that are willing to kill chickens.
They crash land and they'd be like, why do I smell weed and hear reggae music?
Led by,
Look, one of those chickens, like it'd be like another chicken that's like a domesticated chicken that ain't going to get ate up. His voiced by voiced by your boy. Actually, Idris Elba would be a good one, but no, his voiced by your boy Lennox. Like, yeah, they don't like them chicken. They don't like these chickens around here, man.
Oh man, you have to get like every person that voiced a Jamaican person to be in that fucking scenario.
Like, we have to. We got to make this as authentic as possible, guys. We are sitting on a gold mine.
Yeah, but I'm rolling though. It's funny because, like I said, me, myself, Irene beat out like Chicken Run and Shaft and Gone in 60 Seconds and Big Mama's House.
Well, it's. I'll be honest with you. That's no stretch. That's not hard to do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's really hard. That being said, though, I know the critics didn't like this movie though. Again, I don't know. You know,
weird.
Whatever. Critics are critics.
That is very weird though. It's like, how do you not? I mean, and you know what's funny? I think it came to a point where I think some people were kind of tired of the Farrelly brothers a bit. You know, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think it was a combination of that where they thought the gross out humor was just straight up gross out humor and not, you know, funny at all. Which, you know, debatable if you want to have that argument. You know, that's very debatable. But whatever. But at the same time, what were they doing that was so different at the time, man? That was like, oh, that's bad. So,
yeah.
I don't know, but you know, that is.
But that's it for me, myself, and Irene. And definitely want to appreciate folks that ask us questions and left us reviews. Keep hitting us with those questions, and we'll definitely read them on the show.
This one you gotta, because you provided us with not only not only did we have to talk about cultural appropriation, we had to talk about Jim Carrey today. So that kind of spiced up crap.
Yes, it did.
Now, speaking of which, it's kind of funny when it comes to Jim Carrey. I always thought that Jim Carrey, well, number one, he's Canadian, duh. But I know it's kind of funny. There are a small, I would say, minority of black people that don't like him because he got big and nobody else did off of Living Color. And that, you know, I hate that because it's like, so Jamie Foxx didn't do nothing, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know, and I'm not even a Jamie Foxx fan. I'm like, so Jamie just didn't do shit, huh? Jamie didn't win no Oscar. I mean, but they ain't like, he ain't putting in Jim Carrey numbers. And I'm like, true.
But see, here's the thing, though.
I'm like, brother, pick your battle, bro. What do you want?
But a good chunk of folks that were on the show, they actually had pretty consistent careers for the most part. I mean, look, Tommy Davidson ain't necessarily blowing up the movies, but you can see him on a lot of TV shows nowadays.
Put it this way, Tommy's working.
Yeah.
Ain't like he's not working.
David Allen Greer has an awesome show with fucking the Carmichaels. That show is fucking hilarious.
I'm like, David Allen Greer. Hey, put it this way, David Allen Greer barely went a year without work since Living Color. Barely a year he went without work.
And
you know what I mean?
And I think a person of his age, David Allen Greer, has rested comfortably in playing the old father. That's hilarious. So it works.
Yeah, that has been his thing for the last probably 6 years at this point. Where might as well just stick to this wheelhouse.
Hey, look. Me and D talked about this and stuff. I thought he was pretty funny in Peoples, so I think that was the start of where he's like, this could work out for me. I think I'm gonna play this type of role and just work from there. But that always kills me. It's like, so the Wayans brothers didn't do nothing and all that. I think it's like, and a lot of people just have this attitude like Jim Carrey don't care about black people. J-Lo, did we forget about J-Lo?
J-Lo, yeah, J-Lo. Yo, man, it's like I get it. I get that people want. We want to see our color excel so much. And this does kind of play full circle to on the cultural appropriation thing in a way where I get it. We want to see ourselves everywhere. You know what I mean? We want to see more black people here and there, more black people. Chris and Eris know that I'm writing a story right now where it's like a possibility where, that's never going to happen. Why do you want it? Why not? That's how I feel about it. But it like I'm saying that because it better be one. You know what I'm saying? Like, make them black. Why? No reason. Just make them black.
No reason.
Like, no, you need a reason. You need a story to back it up. You need everything to go with it. It just can't be black, therefore it is. You can't just say, oh, let's make her a girl. Why? Because it's cool if it's a girl. Yo, dog, yes, I understand that shit. You know what would have been cool? If Sonya Blade had bigger titties. But guess what? it ain't going to make her a better person. So what do you want from it? You have to do more than just say, I want that to be black. I want this to be black. Because you want to know a good example of we got black and we didn't we got black and we didn't care. Johnny Storm. We didn't care that was Michael B. Jordan. You know why? Because the story was crap.
The story was crap. And the movie was terrible.
But hey,
the movie is terrible.
Nothing
could
save that.
But funny thing is, Michael B. Jordan did kind of do a good job playing Johnny Storm because he was like Johnny Storm from the comics, cocky as shit.
Yeah, that being said, though, I'm fine with you. If you want to change the race, but have a point. Have a point.
Oh no, the director was like made it known. I love the main Chronicle. He was awesome. Get him in here. I'm like, all right, that's fair enough.
Get him in here. All right, cool, fine. But so what make this Johnny Storm different?
I don't know. Yeah.
That's what Homeboy says is, look, I got to be real with y'all. I never read one comic. I got to be real. I can't keep this facade up any longer. I can't. But yeah, for real. I think I always think it's funny when people like to mention Jim Carrey getting all the success and like nobody from Living Color got it. Like, that's an insult to me. That's an insult to all those guys who continue to work comedy, who continue to try to do different things in their own career. Come on, Jamie Foxx. You mean to tell me you talk about everybody on Living Color? Jamie Foxx went out and had 2 platinum albums. What do you want?
And I bought one of those platinum albums.
Hold on. He had 2 platinum albums. He portrayed probably one of the best musicians of that time. Dude was Ray, and he was in Spider-Man.
What did you want? Actually, don't bring up Spider-Man. No.
I'm bringing up Spider-Man because I like him.
I'm bringing up Spider-Man. I liked him in that movie.
I didn't. Oh my God, I didn't. He was like the only thing I didn't like in that Spider-Man. I really didn't like Jamie in that Spider-Man. Whatever.
Hey, look. Only thing me and Jose joke about this, they missed out on an opportunity to be like, I love the way you fry, boy.
That was all we wanted him to say.
That up. How do you pass that up? You know what? That tell you something. Yes, it might sound corny, but go for it. Because hearing Elizabeth Banks going, make my monsters grow, as stupid as that was, here's me. Well, all right.
You might as well go full cheese. Why not?
If you're going to do it, just do it. And that's exactly what it was.
You know what? And instead of giving us, I like the way you fry, boy. Instead, we get dubstep, itsy bitsy spider.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is me, myself, and Irene.
Yes, it is. Because we're not going to talk about that.
That's how we get that.
Look, right there. Here's Chris. D, I thought you liked that movie. Real talk. If it wasn't for my girlfriend get her back snapped, that would have been the highlight, and I would have been mad at the movie.
Oh, D, you didn't like the silence from the audience when her back snapped?
Hey, yo, Chris, for real talk, my crush on Emma Stone is dying, and also my crush on Gwen Stacy is is gone completely now because Gwenpool. That's so fun. Shut up. I hate white people. Anyway,
the statement from D. Shaw does not reflect 3 Black Geeks.
Oh, it should. It should because Spider-Gwen is some butt. I said it. I don't understand how anybody likes that comic.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Comic Book Corner will be revived with us talking about comics at some point, and that's me, myself, and Irene.
Eventually. But yeah, that's it for me, myself, and Irene, y'all.
All right.
So next time y'all hear us, we do a Miami Connection. Peace.